All right. Welcome to Apartment 3 Podcast, the number one podcast in the world. My name is Nick, and I'm joined today with my co-host, Brian Alford.
How you guys doing?
So, first topic of discussion today. Let me find my notes.
Fucking up already.
Where did they go? All right.
It's gonna be the J. Cole,
All right.
Revenge of the Dreamer, Dreamville album.
Revenge of the Dreamers 3, J. Cole's new album. So, Revenge of the Dreamers 3 is the third album off J. Cole's Dreamville record label. Staying true to the Dreamer series, the collaborative project brings together Dreamville artists as well as hip-hop heavyweights. The 18-track album taps 34 artists and 27 producers. That's crazy.
The craziest part of that, what you just said, I think, is the 27 producer.
Yeah, this dude made sure everybody got a piece of the clout.
18 tracks
Yeah,
and 27 producers.
that's some serious stuff.
I mean, even the 34 artists featured is kind of crazy, but I mean, nowadays you're seeing 3-4 different artists on one song, so I mean, it's kind of a little more common, but I just think that 27 producer is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You don't really realize it at first how many artists were on the track until you like see the number 34.
Yeah, and I mean, we're gonna touch on it a little bit later, but like on one of my favorite songs, there's like 6 different artists just on that one song.
Yeah.
So it's like that alone, it's like ridiculous.
Okay, so your overall thoughts on the album?
When I first heard it, my first listen through, I kind of was like, it's okay. But I mean, I started listening to it more and more, and it's grown on me for sure. Like each song's like, oh, this beat's good. Oh, that verse wasn't too bad. So overall, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know how much replay value I'm gonna have on it, to be honest, because with those 34 artists, I haven't heard like 3/4 of them. So
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. It's one of those albums that grow on you. Like first listen through, you're like, it's okay. But then every time you listen to it again, it's like, okay. And I felt that way with a lot of J. Cole's albums. But this one especially. It's a solid album.
Like what album in particular? Like just all of
His
J. Cole's?
latest one, not his latest one, the one before the last.
Before KOD?
Yeah. With the drug. My neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
For Your Eyes Only?
Yeah.
I was like, which one was before?
Honestly,
I mean, kind of off topic, but that album, wasn't that big of a fan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't either, but then like coming back to some of the songs, like my neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Neighbors. It's the song name.
Yeah.
An idiot.
But yeah, that one. I enjoy that song now. It's catchy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like if you make an album with not at least one good song, why are you an artist? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely a couple good songs on there, but
We're looking
overall,
at you, MGK.
Anyways,
Um,
what are your top 3 favorite songs on that album then?
this was hard.
It was.
I just want to say, first thing, Middle Child's the best song on the album, but it came out as a single. Not gonna put that on my top 3 list. Number 3, I had Sunset.
Okay.
Really liked J. Cole's rhythm he had in that. It was really nice. Number 2, Swivel.
So what was good?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. I'll talk after you get your last one in.
Okay, and then my number 1. This is by far two, besides Middle Child, of course.
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Okay.
That shit's a bop.
So, yeah, I was going to say before you said your last one, so far we didn't have any of the same top 3, which I like, but I do have Costa Rica on my list. But like you said, it was difficult. Like, a lot of them were good.
Yeah.
Since they had so many different artists, it's like, oh, I've never heard this guy before.
There
Like,
was a lot of them that I wanted to put in the top 3, but I was like,
yeah, then that's when I kept going back and listening, and I was like, okay, well, this song might be a little bit better. And I listened. So I didn't really put mine in any specific order, but one of them I got 1993
okay.
with Buddy. I really like Buddy. And you got JID or Jid. Like he said, he doesn't care how he's pronounced. I really like those 2 artists, and then obviously you got Cole on there. The Earth Gang, I just got introduced to him not too long ago, and he's really good.
Yeah,
Like,
he's really good.
Yeah, he's nice. Then, like I said, I got Costa Rica. That's the song I was saying where it has like 6 different artists.
Yeah.
And Ski Mask, I feel like at the end of that song, he just kills his verse,
Yeah.
just absolutely destroys it. And then I'm surprised you didn't put this one, Under the Sun, the first song.
I was gonna put it. I
That-
listened to it again because the Kendrick featured in
Kendrick
there.
on the chorus, and he's not actually featured. He's
just on the chorus.
and then the baby's up and coming.
Mhm.
I mean, he's kind of started to blow up.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that was one of those songs that I would debated about putting in my top 3.
yeah, so that's my top 3. I think, like you said, it was difficult. There's so many
Yeah.
good songs. Listen back, it's good.
Yeah. And then like this overall album to me, like, it's a good album, but a lot of it isn't my taste in music. Taste in like the beats and all sort of. It's not my type of music.
And I feel like that's kind of an issue when it comes into those 27 producers.
Yeah.
You got so many different people working together.
Mhm.
You got all those different styles. So, and then kind of piggyback on what you said, Middle Child, I feel like is still the best song.
Yeah.
And I mean, but it came out how many months ago? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's not really part of the album. I feel like it's just a standalone single.
Mhm. All right. So, what would you rate this album? 1 out of 10.
So my first listen, I probably would have gave it like a 7, but the more I listen to it, I give it like an 8.3.
I was gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
like I said, first run through, I was gonna give it like a 6.5, 7.
yeah.
But listening it over and over again, it grows on you. And 8.5, it's a good album.
It's a good album, but like I said, I just don't know how much
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it.
It's definitely one of the better albums that came out this year.
Yeah, I feel like if I had my phone on shuffle, just listening, and a song came on, I'm not gonna skip it, but I'm not gonna go try to find a certain song.
Yeah.
So, and then Jaden Smith,
Iris.
Jaden. Sorry, he doesn't
Yeah.
go by Jaden Smith. What? He came out with his album.
Yeah. So Iris is Jaden's third full-length album and was released on July 5th. Yeah. There was an album that came out after Sire.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't listen to it.
It had a song Calabasas or something.
Yeah. Something like
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
It was released on July 5th, day after 4th of July. Obviously, that's 5/4, Okay. The title is a reference to a hypebeast character Jaden created for the lore behind his debut album, Sire. What do you think about this?
I'm a big fan of Jaden Smith, to be honest. When he first came out with like Batman,
Mm-hmm.
well, basically Sire, I'm a fan. I like his flow. He has a different sound.
Yeah.
He kind of doesn't. I mean, going off that, he doesn't really stay with just one flow. But I liked it. It was good.
I like the majority of the album. I just want to say, and you might agree with me on this, Fire Department was fucking awful.
Is that like that rock
Yeah.
kind of one? Honestly,
You bopped with that?
I mean, it wasn't awful. I wouldn't
thought it
choose to
was
listen to it, but it was
awful.
like,
As
this is a
soon
nice-
as it came on, I didn't last 30 seconds. Like, turn the shit
really?
off.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Everything else was good. I like the Trinidad James song.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's not on my top 3 though.
no.
It almost made my top 3.
So I'll go off my top 3 then, since
Okay.
you went first. This one can actually be in order, I guess. I think. So at number 3, I have On My Own with Kid Cudi. I
Okay.
feel like anytime you have Kid Cudi, it's a good song. Number 2, Chateau, ASAP.
Yeah.
It's a good song. And then I feel like hands down the number 1 song is Noise with Tyler the Creator.
Really?
I think so. I feel like that song
So all your songs had
have
features.
a feature. Yeah,
See, I liked Chateau. I liked
it's a good
the
song.
one with Kid Cudi as well.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't put it in my top 3. They almost made it, especially Kid Cudi's. 3 for me was I.
I
that
was
was
actually
hard.
pretty good. Yeah. I feel like I, and K all were pretty good. I feel like P was kind of weird because
Yeah.
it like wasn't
P,
really him.
I didn't really like P that
But
much.
yeah.
Okay, and I lied. I actually did put the Trinidad James song on my list. It was I Got It.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Number 2. Number 1, I thought was Again.
Wait,
No, Again.
Oh,
the
Again.
song Again, featuring Sire, which I don't know who the fuck that is.
I
Is that his?
think it's like his alter ego.
Yeah.
Kind of like Logic has Bobby Tarantino and all
Mhm.
that. I think that's his like alter
Yeah,
ego.
but I like the switch up in that song. How it goes hard, and then at the end it was like he was singing. It was melodic. And
that's what I said. Like
Yeah.
with Jaden Smith, why I like him. He can switch it up.
yeah, that was a dope song.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 1 out of 10 on this album.
I've only listened to it I think twice so far. Kind of just my first listen through, and then kind of like on a shuffle. I give it like a 7.5, 7.5.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 7.
7.
7. Yeah.
That-
It had good songs, but it also had songs that were like, why is this a song?
And like Jaden, if you're watching, that's why I feel like where he comes out, like his
Yeah.
kind of like he's a
He's
weird
different.
kid. Yeah.
He's different.
Like, didn't he say like if he could chop his dick off, he would? Something weird like that.
He probably did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't quote me on that exactly, but I think he said something super weird like that. Where, yeah,
Mhm.
he was like, "I'm not a girl. I'm not a boy." So, yeah, I was just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's Jaden for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So before we move on to our next segment, I want to talk about the giveaway. This microphone you see on our table is called a Blue Yeti. It's a USB microphone. Retails for about $100. This is the blackout edition, so you're looking at $120. We're giving it away. We're gonna give it away. If you're interested, all you have to do is hit exclamation giveaway if you're watching live, and the link will pop up for you. If you're on YouTube, SoundCloud, there will be links in the description or in our bios. Just go ahead and find it. It's a gleam.com link, so you just hit that link, and there's multiple ways to enter, and you can enter as many ways as you like and get more points if you do all of them. So yeah. So our next topic is gonna be earthquakes.
In Southern California,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard about them. They've been pretty gnarly.
They have. People are waiting for another one. I don't think it's gonna come. It would have came by now.
You think
Like
so?
me.
Oh,
But-
already?
Yeah.
All right.
And where were you the earthquake?
Okay, so funny story. First one happened pretty early, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, what,
10
10,
a.m.
11?
I think
10,
it was 10 something.
it was like, yeah, 10 a.m. So I'm over on the toilet, right? Doing my business, right? So I go over. This could be a different topic, but do you stand or sit when you wipe?
I stand.
Okay, see, you're weird.
You're fucking weird.
Okay. Anyways, that could be a topic at a different day. So I'm doing my thing, doing my little left cheek, started wiping, and it started shaking. And I was like, felt like I was getting lightheaded. So I was like, stopped and stared, and I was like, holy shit. And it kept going and going and going.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was the biggest earthquake I ever felt.
Yeah, it was. It actually was. I don't think in our lifetime we've had a bigger earthquake.
Yeah, I think it was like 20 years. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't remember.
I think the last time I felt an earthquake, it was like 4 point something. But yeah.
Yeah, and that was, what, a 6.1, I think? First one?
The first one was 6.4.
Was it 6.4?
I think the second one was a
7.1.
7.1. But the earthquakes, did the water touch your ass? That's what I want to know.
It did not, no.
Was it splashing though?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I kind of was in shock, so it could have, and it could
My
have just...
my fish tank was going ham.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you have like a really big fish tank too?
Yeah.
It's like, how many
It's
gallons?
scary. It's 65 gallons.
Oh my god.
So having it move is like, is my stand gonna break? Is water gonna go everywhere?
Yeah.
It
So what
was-
happened?
Oh, my mom just held it while it was shaking, so it wouldn't shake as much.
That's gnarly.
And my dad had to hold his big TV in his front room.
Yeah, you guys have a massive TV.
Um,
So what about the second one?
Second one, I was in my room, and funny story, my girlfriend actually thought that when she first felt the jolt, that it was me getting off my bed and sitting down in my office chair, which is fucked up. Okay,
mean,
I'm fat, but I'm
you're-
not that fat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're pretty big.
Yeah.
But she's small too. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So at
That's
first she
fucked
was
up.
like, "What the hell?" But like then she was like, "Is there an earthquake going on?" And I wasn't feeling it first until I like stopped in my chair and I like really concentrated and I was like, "Oh shit, we're moving."
yeah.
And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I kind of got scared. Not gonna lie, I started running.
Yeah.
I ran through my house because I heard my mom scream about the fish tank again.
Oh God! So she just sprinted to the fish tank.
Yeah.
Oh God. So I was actually in Vegas for summer league.
Mm-hmm.
So we had just gotten up. We had to go use the restroom. Some of my buddies and I, and went to the bathroom. I didn't have to go, so I waited outside, and I didn't feel anything.
Didn't feel
No.
anything.
And then people
Well,
were coming.
Yeah, you were pretty far, but
Yeah, but I mean, people were coming out, and they're like, "Did you feel that?" Like talking to like their girlfriend or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, let me backtrack." While we were walking to the bathroom, we saw people like sprinting out. So we're just assumed
because
like,
water touched their ass.
well, just sprinting out of the stadium, like out of
Ooh.
Thomas and Mack. So we assumed like there was a player and they were like trying to go get it
Yeah.
or whatever. So we kind of like poked our head out. And we're like, "Oh, we don't see anything, whatever." And then that's when people were like coming out of the bathroom, like, "Oh, did you feel that?" And I was like, "What the fuck? I didn't feel anything." And then my dad actually texted me. I was like, "Oh, did you feel that out there?" And I was like, "No." So I Googled it and it was like 7.1. I was like, "Holy shit. How did I not feel that?" Yeah, like Vegas is a little bit further from
Yeah.
the point, but I was like,
280 miles to be exact.
from the actual location?
Yeah, from Ridgecrest.
And I don't know if you've seen or any of you guys seen the videos on like Twitter or something of in Thomas and Mack the scoreboard just swaying. And I was like, I was in that building and I didn't feel anything.
You know how crazy or how scary that must be to have a massive ass scoreboard swaying in the air.
Yeah. It's I
Like
couldn't
not only
imagine.
because it could fall on you, but the ceiling could cave in.
Yeah. That's why I'm pretty sure that's why they canceled the game.
Yeah.
So kind of go off that, we went back to the other like gym, and we got there like 5 minutes later. Then like everybody came in, they were like looking at the floors, like seeing if it cracked or anything. And I was like, at this time, I'm still thinking like, how did I not feel this?
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, they're pretty crazy. I mean, I hope there's not going to be another one.
that would not be cool if there was another one because earthquake's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially, I wonder how people like in the hotels were feeling, like being that high up and having the building sway.
Or just in like Ridgecrest.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, one reported death out of this whole thing.
That was reported this morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, sometime yesterday. I
Was it
think.
yesterday?
So there might be another one, but a guy was working on his car
I seen that. Yeah, that's what the one I'm thinking of.
and he got crushed. He got pinned under his car because of the earthquake. Moved the
Same
the
jack.
jack probably. So yeah, that's the one reported death.
That's
A
wild.
lot of damage in Ridgecrest too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. But I always found it interesting how, let's say there was a 7.1 earthquake in like a third world country, that place would be fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here,
Good ol'-
we got those nice building codes.
Good old USA, huh?
Yeah. All right. So next topic is going to be ASAP Rocky. Do you have any info on this?
So, I mean, I heard about it. I didn't really research it too much, but from what I know, he got in like I think it was like him and three of his,
Mhm.
I don't know if it was management or whatever, but they got in like a fight with some dude. Well, a dude and another guy. I think it was in like, where was it? Do you know? Because I know he was in
somewhere
like
in
Europe.
Europe.
Yeah, I know he was on
Um,
his like European
I'm
tour.
going to look up the story. So held in inhumane conditions in Swedish jail. So Sweden.
Yeah, so yeah, I just heard that they got in a fight. I don't know if the dude pressed charges or well, if he's in that condition. But as far as I know, yeah, he's looking up to like 5 years in jail or something.
Yeah, something crazy like that. Well, the new report is that ASAP Rocky is being held in inhumane conditions with, are they describing it,
Yeah.
feces hurled about and not cleaned up,
Oh, see, I heard that
wretched food, and facilities that are not fit for human beings.
Okay, I didn't know it was that bad. I heard he was in like solitary confinement, like no calls, no texts.
Yeah,
stuff like
that
well,
he's
obviously no
with
text,
that
but
too.
I didn't know it was that bad. I thought Sweden was.
And apparently he's sleeping on a yoga mat with no blankets. And Sweden's cold, I assume.
Yeah, well, maybe not right now.
There is a prisoner in the next cell with severe mental issues who slams his head against the concrete wall and hurls feces every which way, which are not cleaned up.
Oh my! Wait, it's like a cell, like just a normal like cell, like with the.
That's what I'm guessing.
That's. Oh my god.
The water, you're being told, is not clean and the food is not edible. For the first day, Rocky ate an apple a day and that's it.
Damn, that's a lot worse than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the full story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fans are pretty crazy, so I mean,
It says that he's being held for 2 weeks while prosecutors decide whether to charge him or not for aggravated assault, which was from the street brawl.
yeah. Well,
So yeah, he was being harassed apparently.
which I assume, like,
Uh,
I mean, obviously it depends on the type of harassment and exactly what it was to
Yeah.
beat the shit out of somebody, but I mean, I wanna see video of what was on before I say anything, but
mhm.
obviously ASAP's a great artist, so
Yeah,
that's basically all I got on there.
but yeah, hopefully he makes it out fine. Cause 6 years in a foreign jail, I think he's gonna get out.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, if LeAngelo Ball got out of a Chinese jail for
Yeah.
stealing, come on.
well, thank you, President Trump, for that. By
Yeah.
the way.
Trump, that's all you.
All right.
So what we got next? The UFC knockout.
5
Pretty sure.
seconds.
Yeah.
1 second faster than the last previous record.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was not just it wasn't
It
even
was
a flying
brutal.
knee, it was like a flying double knee.
Yeah.
Just straight to the dudes and
Just ran at him, bam, knocked out. And then the controversy about this is he continuously punched the dude. I think 2 more times.
I think after he fell, I think it was another two.
Which he defends himself, saying that's his job. The ref didn't stop it yet. It makes sense, but I mean the dude was obviously
Yeah.
knocked.
So what do you think then? Do you agree with him that it's his job and
I
he's just
mean,
doing
I
what he's paid
didn't
to
I
do?
didn't have a problem with it until I saw a controversy, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah. When I first seen it, I was like, oh, okay, that was kind of unnecessary. The first hit, I agree with. You got to make sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Second hit, you can tell the dude's clearly out.
Yeah.
But like he said, the refs are there for a reason. You, as a ref, you got to jump in and
Mm-hmm.
so. But also him, like, I've seen plenty of UFC fights where the dude just drops and
Yeah.
the guy doesn't do anything. So, I mean, I don't think it's big as a deal. I don't remember the two fighters,
Yeah.
but as long as the guy that didn't get knocked out, as long as the dude that didn't get knocked out isn't dead, I think we're fine.
Yeah, he was in good shape leaving, but he's fine now, I
Yeah.
believe. But I guess you could also make the argument that it was right at the beginning of the fight. He wasn't expecting the dude to be knocked out.
That's true. It's a good point.
I mean, if this
It's
happened
5
like
seconds.
into the second round, he might have been like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I've been this guy up.
Yeah. But apparently his opponent was talking magic too. So I mean,
See,
kind
that
of
just
had it
makes
coming.
yeah. I was gonna say that kind of just makes me think he
So,
deserved it.
Yeah. 5 seconds is crazy though, right at the beginning.
Dude, imagine just going into a fight ready to beat some ass and knee
training for months too, and just knocked
Just
out
to-
cold. Yeah, that's pretty
Mm.
bad. All right, so moving on to our music recap for this week. Hotel Diablo MGK album came out. I gave it a listen through. Nothing special in my opinion. It's a decent album, but that's all I can say about it. We're not gonna rate this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even listen. I think I'll quote Eminem here. Name yourself after your gun. Are you gonna have a damn man bun?
Mhm.
So, I mean, I haven't really listened to MGK. His flow, I'm just not a big fan of.
Yeah.
So I didn't really give it a listen.
The only song that I liked off that album, and it really wasn't an album song because it was a single released before the album even dropped, was Hollywood Horror. It has a very heavy Linkin Park influence on it,
Really?
and he even puts in the video Rip Chester Bennington, the lead singer for
Yeah.
Linkin. But it uses the same I don't know what you would call it. Same
didn't
beat,
listen.
same beat as Numb. That
Oh, okay.
that one. But
Didn't somebody else recently I think it was Lil Nas, right? On one of his songs.
I think so.
Or no, that was Nirvana. He did like Nirvana.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I like Hollywood Horror is a good song, but other than that, and then apparently he addresses his beef with Eminem in a song called 413,
Really?
but I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics that much, but
So Post Malone's new song.
Goodbyes.
What do you
Liked
think?
it. I liked it. Young Thug kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I love Post Malone.
Mhm.
I think he's one of the top artists out there right now. And Young Thug, I mean, I feel like certain songs.
Yeah, like there's a time and place for a Young Thug feature.
Yeah, exactly. And
And a
this,
song about goodbyes is
yeah,
not it.
this wasn't it. And the music video, that was, you seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy at the beginning.
Yeah, dude just got stabbed.
Yeah, you're expecting Post come out here, whoop
Yeah.
some ass, and nope, just stab in the
Yeah.
neck, and then like 4 more times in the
But
chest.
like, I think he portrayed pretty well how a fight with Post Malone would go in real life. Like if he was up against a dude with a knife,
yeah, I just feel like Post would never get in that
yeah,
situation.
he would never be in that kind of
He's
situation.
just sipping back, drinking his Bud Light.
But if he was in that situation, that's exactly how it would have gone down.
That's true.
How would you rate this song? 1 out of 10.
Definitely not my favorite Post song. I'd probably
Mhm.
give it like a 7.
I'd give it 7.5, maybe 8.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been higher if Young Thug wasn't in the song and he just had a second verse.
Yeah.
But
I feel like kind of not off topic, but Sway Lee. I feel like if you got him on a feature,
yeah,
I mean, I know they have a couple songs, but I just feel like Sway Lee is just like a cheat code for like
oh yeah,
for
there's
features.
a lot of artists where if you have them as a feature, it's a great song.
Yeah.
Sway Lee's one, Ty Dolla $ign's one. Although I didn't like his feature in the J Cole album.
Really?
I wasn't a fan.
I was debating if I should have put that in my top 3.
Oh, wow.
But for my top 3, I went with like songs that weren't pre-released.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love Ty Dolla $ign.
And then the obvious one is Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Drake features will get you on the charts.
Yeah, but good luck in Drake.
Yeah. Blow by Ed Sheeran, who featured Bruno Mars and Chris Stapleton.
I don't hate country. I'm not a fan. I don't choose to turn it on. But it was a good song. I liked it. I like Ed Sheeran. And I feel like it wasn't with Chris Stapleton, he wasn't super country on it.
Not my favorite Ed Sheeran song, but it definitely is. It's a decent song. I liked it. And I'm sure if you're a fan of Chris Stapleton, you probably like this song too. Not my type of music, but I can appreciate it.
Yeah, kind of like with everything we've been talking about. I won't choose to turn it on, but if it came on, like somebody had the aux and put it on, I was like, okay, I'm not mad about it.
Ed Sheeran's album is actually dropping this Friday.
Friday, right?
Yes, along with Futuristics.
Oh, I like Futuristic a lot.
So we'll be talking about those 2 albums next week's podcast, episode 2.
I think Ed Sheeran's podcast, his album's supposed to have, it's like a collaborative one, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be similar to...
It's actually titled Collaboration 6.
Okay, so...
And it has, every song has a feature, I believe.
So I'm assuming it's going to be maybe not to the magnitude of Revenge of the Dreamers, but...
Yeah, similar.
Similar.
What do you give this song rating 1 out of 10?
Honestly, I've only listened to it 1. I think I would give it like a 7 too.
I'd give it a 7.
Yeah. It's not awful.
Run by Juice WRLD. This song is fucking trash.
Yeah, okay. Glad we're on the same page there. I'm just not a fan of Juice WRLD. He came out with like that one album that was pretty good, but I just like his latest album, whatever it was. I forgot what it was called.
I don't
not a
even
fan.
know.
Just feel like you would hear him in Hot Topic.
Yeah.
And that's not my store.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a 4.
I'll be nice and give him a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was not
good.
I didn't like this song at all.
Yeah.
Beyonce has a new single which I did not listen to. I just thought I should throw it out there. It's for the Lion King movie. If I listen to it, I'll review it next week, but I doubt I will.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. I just don't listen to female artists. Most of the time I'm driving by myself and I feel like windows down. It's 95 out here. Got my windows down. I don't want to pull up, see a fine lady and be like,
you like Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Meet me behind the bleachers, something. So I don't know. I don't really listen to female artists, but I'm definitely going to watch the movie. So I'm assuming it's going to be in the movie.
Yeah. All right, NBA free agency, and my God, this was the craziest free agency we've had in a long time. Probably one of the craziest in history, right?
Where do we even start?
I don't know.
Do we start at the beginning?
Let's start with the biggest news, the Kawhi Leonard shock. First it was the Lakers, then it was the Raptors, and he signed with the Clippers.
Yeah. Hey, everyone thought Clippers were out, but...
And the trade they pulled off to get a second superstar there.
2 minutes later.
I think is a lot. 5 first-round picks,
I
2
think
pick swaps, and
I for sure think they overpaid, but it was
yeah,
worth it.
yeah. They had no option.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't have an
now
option.
like OKC's like got picks
Yeah,
on picks
on picks. And if this Paul George and Kawhi thing doesn't work out, the Clippers have no future.
I mean, they still got young pieces.
They have.
But
But I mean, like they're not going to be doing much.
But I think in one of those picks they gave up the Heat pick, like
they
the
gave
20,
up 2 Heat picks, and
two
one
of
of
them?
them's top 14 protected.
See, so I mean,
But
not as bad.
Yeah.
Because like
If they get Russell Westbrook though, I doubt they're gonna keep that top 14 pick because they're not gonna be a lottery.
the Heat.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna pull that off though,
They'd have to give because they already gave up Whiteside. They'd have to give up Dragic and
because they're already so like maxed on cap.
yeah, probably Dion. Is Dion Waiters making cash?
I think he's making a good amount, but they have so many bad contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tyler, or no, they traded Tyler Johnson last year. Yeah, I don't know how they would. I've seen it was like he's interested.
I think there's mutual interest both ways for the Russell Westbrook trade. Other possible locations he could go to, the Knicks, but not till December. You have the Wolves have the trade ability to trade for him. And another one's the Rockets, which the GM there just trades for stars. So
Yeah. With superstars like this, it's just so hard to predict like trades. Like
yeah.
I don't know where the hell they're gonna go.
But yeah, the Kawhi trade, not the trade, signing.
They're gonna be
The
a good team.
details came in today. It's not a 4-year. It's not a 4-year deal.
I thought it was 3 plus a player option.
It's 2 plus his player
Is
option.
it? Is that when Paul George's contract's up then?
No, he
has
has
one more?
4 years left,
Oh,
and I'm guessing that's 3 and a player option.
yeah, probably. I don't remember his deal.
So I thought maybe
Guess I can look it
he
up.
was trying to like match Paul George's deal, but I don't think so.
Let's see. Yeah, I thought it was a 3 plus 1.
No, because it's like $105 million deal, I think, something like that.
Let's see,
105, 107.
Paul George's contract is done after the 2022. So he has a player option 2021, 2022. And then Kawhi's was contract worth 103.
Yeah, see.
Let's see exactly what it was. If it wants to load. Yeah, 3-year, 103 maximum with a player option in the 3rd season.
So what I've been being told is this matches up with LeBron's contract when he leaves the Lakers, or his contract with the Lakers ends, which is kind of, I don't know if there's any correlation with that, but
I feel like it's weird that he did a 2 plus 1 instead of 3 plus 1.
that's what, I don't know, like maybe he saw the Laker team get built and was like, I'm not fully committing. I don't know.
Kind of off Kawhi real quick, LeBron's contract when it ends, I think that would be the year that his son would be eligible to come right out of high school if they change that rule. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, he might sign wherever his son gets drafted.
And then just do a 1-year deal, ride it out. That would be cool. I want to see that, but they still got to change the one and done rule.
And that's if his son makes it.
He's projected to be.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he's a second round pick.
Anything happens,
Even if he's a second round pick, just throw him in 5 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
Have him and his dad play.
Yeah, that'd be good. But
So speaking of the Lakers, what do you think their lineup's gonna? Well, it kind of was projected that LeBron's gonna be running point.
Yeah, LeBron's running point. I think I'm gonna have Danny Green as my starting shooting guard. Which, by the way, we fucking overpaid. You are not worth $15 million a year.
That's what I said, and my friend was freaking out. 2-year, $30 million. I was like, he's good, but $15 million a year?
Yeah.
Maybe a 1-year, $15 million. But 2-year,
2 years,
mil?
that's a lot. That's a commitment.
I was like, no way.
I see Kuzma starting still. I like him off the bench for scoring reasons, but I think he's going to start.
Yeah, they said he's going to start at the 3. I don't like him at the 3 personally, but when you have Anthony Davis and Boogie, you kind of got to find somewhere to put him. So I think that's why they moved LeBron to point. Mm-hmm. But then you don't really have a backup 3.
Yeah.
Unless you go sign Corver, go sign Iggy, which is reported.
But I think the Lakers have a full roster. Like they have 13 players now.
Yeah, because they signed Caruso, sorry ass.
Yeah, and they signed 2 two-way players. So they don't have really.
I thought they did.
They might, but that's what I heard. They have 13 players and two-way players, which is Caruso and some
15,
other
right?
some dude.
No, I think they signed Caruso just a full NBA contract.
Really?
I think so.
Huh.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know. I think that's gonna be the lineup was whatever was reported.
yeah.
But
I think Boogie is due for a decent season.
I hope so. I like Boogie. I
Yeah.
know there's been like 50-50 from Laker fans I've talked to. They're kind of like,
Yeah.
I hate Boogie.
I mean, you got him for a steal, and if he
Again.
averages what he did for Golden State before the quad injury, that's nice.
like I like Boogie. I mean, I feel like in Sacramento he had those problems. He just didn't like anybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like he can really help the Lakers team. And I think it was Woj that tweeted, or Shams, one of the two, that the Lakers really weren't too interested in him, but Anthony Davis and several other players like
Rondo
convinced
too.
him.
Rondo and Anthony Davis were.
So that
I
just
mean,
shows like
yeah.
go out and get him.
It's sad that he doesn't have a market anymore, but
Yeah,
next year he better get a good payday if he lives up to the hype. Well, there's
Yeah.
no hype, but if he does good. But I want to touch on the Russell Westbrook situation again. So you said we probably don't know where he's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
It may be Miami if they can pull it off. We don't really see how. How do you like the Russell Westbrook Jimmy Butler combo?
They're both too ball dominant.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
what I felt.
it's gonna they would have to figure it out. I mean, obviously, if they're both on the same page, but
I think
I
it'll
don't
be a playoff team for sure, top 4 in the East, but they're not gonna go anywhere with that.
yeah, I just feel like this might sound crazy, but I feel like Westbrook would be better as a two guard.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Well, I don't know because he can't really shoot well either.
true, but I don't know. I feel like it's always he dribbles the ball 12 seconds
Yeah.
and then pick and roll, and then he'll get an assist that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Westbrook. I think he's a great player, but I don't know. He's a weird player.
Mhm. And Sean Livingston.
Got waived, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're doing their
So,
players
yeah.
dirty out there.
First off, your bench is completely gone, Golden State. Like, what the hell?
I think they kind of went in knowing that they only have Steph.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gone. So I feel like they're kind of like, we'll take a step back this season,
Mhm.
save some
Definitely.
money, come back next season, healthy Clay, healthy Steph, maybe some free agent signings.
That I really believe D'Lo's gonna get.
Oh, I
Traded.
forgot about D'Lo. Yeah, I don't see him playing a full season. I honestly don't see him playing a game in Golden State. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade him before the
Yeah.
season starts. But I don't think he's going to finish out the season there. It's not going to work.
I don't see the fit. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be traded for assets or another player. I don't know where. I don't know when, but I believe it's gonna happen.
Yeah, him and Steph, I feel like just won't be able to work in the backcourt.
Where do you think Sean's gonna end up going once he?
Livingston?
Yeah.
I would like to. I mean, I'm not a Laker fan, but I like to see him on the Laker.
Yeah, but I
Um,
feel like they have too many points.
They do. They do need more wings. But he's also like 6'7", and he can
Yeah.
just go out there, play some defense. He can't really score. But just a title contender, honestly.
Mhm. Do you see him going to the Clippers?
He could. I mean, go back to the Clippers. I don't know how he feels about that with that injury. But
Yeah.
Clippers, I mean, the Bucks, I think, still kind of need a point, right? Wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. They did they re-sign George Hill? They did. Did they?
Let's find out. I wouldn't mind seeing him like on the
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, the 76ers either. Whoa, my
Mhm.
cat blocks are on. I don't know. I think who retired? Darren Collison's the one
Yeah.
that
I was like, whoa.
weird.
And I believe Tyreek Evans is still not signed to a team.
He got like banned for 2 years for like something crazy.
I thought that was OJ.
Well, yeah, he did too.
Okay.
But yeah, Tyree.
Was that just
Evans.
recently?
Yeah, it was maybe a month ago.
I did not hear about that. That's crazy.
But yeah, they did re-sign George Hill to a
Okay.
fat contract, 3-year, 29
This
mil.
dude gets overpaid so much. He was supposed to have like a superstar career too, but
He's
he
gonna be
like blew
35.
his knee out or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah, so 2 years. He dismissed and disqualified for violating the terms of the NBA anti-drug program.
Okay, so doing some drugs.
Yeah, who knows what?
Yeah. What about how do you like Ricky Rubio going to the Suns?
I like Rubio. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what I want in my point guard. Go out, give me some assists, play okay defense. I guess but I like it. The Suns been eating a point since Steve Nash.
Oh yeah.
So I like it.
Okay. So let's go back to the Lakers lineup. How do you like the signings? How do you like the Rondo signing?
I like all those. I feel like they almost waited too long for Kawhi to make a decision
Yeah, I would have
because
just.
I didn't like them signing Kawhi anyways, just because they would have Kuzma,
Mhm.
AD, LeBron, and Kawhi. So it's like they wouldn't have any money to fill out the rest of their roster. So I think they waited a little too long. I think they definitely gotten help from Corver getting waived. I mean, they haven't even signed Corver or Iggy, so I guess they haven't really helped. But
Yeah, well, apparently Memphis doesn't even want to waive Iggy anymore. They want to trade him for
uh,
assets.
makes
So.
sense because they've been stockpiling. But
Mhm.
I like their lineup. I think they're gonna have a really good team. Especially if Boogie can at least be half of what he was with the Pelicans, with him and AD team to back up. But I think they're gonna be good. I like their team, and I
How,
hate to say it because I hate Laker fans.
how do you like the Troy Daniels signing?
I don't like it. I
Yeah.
mean, they got a shooter around LeBron, so that's good. But I don't know. Troy Daniels is Troy Daniels,
Yeah.
you know.
I'd I'd love to see what the Lakers would look like if they said we're not going for Kawhi and they just got
Yeah,
free agents right off the bat of the start free agency. I think they would be a crazy good team.
and it's crazy to think because they already have a pretty good team. I think they're
Yeah.
gonna already make some moves.
Mhm. Um so the next one, Doc Rivers and Paul George history.
Mm. I hope it's in their past because I don't want that affecting the
Yeah.
team because they got a nice team. But yeah, explain if anybody
If
doesn't know.
any of you guys have not heard about the history between Paul George and Doc Rivers, I think it was back in 2012, right?
Was
Sometime
it?
he was on the Pacers. He was dating Doc Rivers' daughter, and what happened was Paul George went down to Miami. I don't know if it was in his off season or if it was for like a Miami Heat game versus matchup. But basically what happened is he fucked his stripper and got her pregnant while dating Doc Rivers' daughter. So there's probably bad blood between them. I don't know if it's settled now, but Doc Rivers is now Paul George's coach.
So I just googled it and um, Clutch Points. I don't know what website that is, but it says that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both wanted to play for Doc. So maybe they talked about it and
But
got
I mean,
over
like,
it.
who doesn't want to play for Doc?
I mean, if I cheated on your daughter with a stripper, I wouldn't want to play for you.
Right.
But
And the crazy part about this is Paul George is still with this girl, is having a second child
that's
with the
crazy.
stripper. On the other end, good news, Doc Rivers' daughter, which I don't, do they have the name for her?
No.
So
But
the daughter is now engaged to Seth Curry.
Seth Curry, yep.
So yeah,
But yeah,
Which
it was in
got paid.
2014.
2014.
Yeah. Then Indiana Pacers star Paul George was in a relationship with Callie Rivers when he allegedly offered to pay a stripper, my bad guys, pay a stripper $1 million to abort their child. She still followed through with the pregnancy.
Why
Have you
would,
seen a
why
picture?
why would you take that deal if you're a stripper?
Have you seen her?
Yeah,
She's bad.
she's pretty bad. But like, why would?
Looks fake though. No
Oh yeah,
offense.
oh yeah.
Whatever your
she's
name is.
she's totally modified.
Daniela.
Yeah.
Daniela.
If you're the stripper, why would you take that deal? You'd get paid with the child support.
So Brody Logan on Twitter wrote, Doc traded away his own son, then traded for the guy that knocked up a stripper while dating his daughter. Doc Rivers doesn't care about anything but winning. That's funny.
That's hilarious. But wasn't Paul George supposed to come to the Clippers via trade before, and it didn't go through because
Yeah, I think he's been trying to
Doc
come to LA.
didn't want to trade his son?
I think he's been trying to come to LA for, I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Where he didn't want, then he got that fat contract and I was like,
But yeah, Seth got paid by the Mavs. He
Yeah.
deserves it, but yeah.
I feel like a lot of people got paid this offseason
Oh
for
yeah, there
like,
was
no reason.
so much money that they had to get rid of.
Well, I think they raised the cap. So this
Yeah.
was like similar to I think like 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
where like Mozgov got that contract. Felicio,
Oh, I
Harrison
don't want to
Barnes.
talk about that fucking contract.
So I think
And that Luol Deng contract.
yeah,
Oh
that
my
that was all the same year. So I think it was kind of similar, not to the magnet. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in a couple years, but I don't think it's to that magnitude, but it was similar.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe I'm guessing the differences have been worked out, but that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, who made good moves and who made bad moves?
Honestly, I can't think of any bad moves off the top of my head. I feel like everybody.
I don't
made,
like the Jimmy Butler to Miami thing. I'm just gonna say that. And I don't
Yeah,
like.
I
I
mean,
mean, the Sixers picked up Horford, which is nice, but
that's
overpaid.
a weird fit.
Overpaid.
That too, and I feel like it's a weird fit.
Yeah.
But the Jimmy Butler to Miami, I feel like they didn't plan on keeping Whiteside, even since last year they didn't want him. So they got rid of Whiteside so they can let Bam take over. They got rid of Jason Richardson, right? Which I like.
Yeah,
I like
he's
Jason.
good.
He's
I like
on
him.
the Sixers, so I like Jason Richardson. I mean, I don't think it was a terrible move, but I just don't think it improves their team that much.
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody made pretty good moves this offseason.
I like what the Pacers did. They got Brogdon and
Oh,
they,
yeah, and they got a bunch of people.
yeah, they
TJ
lost
Warren, right?
Bogdanovich, right?
Yeah, and I think they got TJ Warren.
Yeah. Also the Jazz made big moves.
Jazz got Conley.
Pelicans made some moves. Favors, Redick.
So the thing with the Pelicans, they're young, but I think they're going to be pretty good. They got
I
some
can
veterans.
see them making them making the end of the Western top 8 for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
I can see them seventh,
like I
eighth
said,
seed.
they're so young though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, it depends too how good Zion actually is.
yeah. I mean, but then you still got Lonzo, you got
Yeah.
Ingram, you got Justin or Drew Holiday. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the 8th seed.
How do you like the Whiteside fit with the Blazers?
I don't hate it. I
Yeah.
mean, I honestly like Whiteside. Kind of like what I said about my point guards. I want that out of my center. Go get rebounds, hustle up the floor, play defense.
Yep.
That's all I want.
Raptors. How good are they going to be next year?
Clearly not as good,
Yeah.
but I mean, they just lost Kawhi and Danny Green, right?
The rest of the team's still intact, and you got to remember this team played really well when Kawhi was not playing.
I think the Raptors were one of the deepest teams
Yeah,
last
they
year.
were 17-5 without Kawhi, I think.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So yeah, they got Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam.
Which I think is gonna be better next year too.
They got Fred VanVleet, still Hooper. I'm pretty sure they re-signed Marc Gasol, right?
Yeah, he picked up his player option.
There you go. That's what it was. Still got Serge. Then they got some young guys in OG Anunoby, Norman Powell. So, I mean, I still think they got a pretty good team. Especially in the East, they're going to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I don't know how. I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Bucks this year. But
what do you think of the Walker to the Celtics?
I like it. I'm glad Kemba finally got out of
Better
Charlotte.
or worse with Kyrie or Kemba? Which one's going to be the better option? People are saying Kemba because not a locker room issue.
It's so hard to tell because I mean he might go in there and start trying to be like I own this team type thing.
Yeah.
But I think right around the same, maybe a couple game difference, but obviously Kyrie's the better player.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kemba's a pretty damn good player too. So
Yeah, I think Kyrie being the better player, and getting replaced with Kemba makes the team less, in a way, star-studded. I mean, Kemba Walker is still a star, but it's not a Kyrie Irving.
yeah.
And I think there's going to be a lot more opportunity for other people to rise, like Jason Tatum and
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I feel like Tatum, he didn't really take a step back, but he didn't take a
Yeah.
big jump like I thought he was going to.
All right. So surprise teams next season. Of course, we have Jazz.
Yeah, we kind
Pacers.
of talked. Yeah, exactly. Pelicans kind of talked about them too.
Mhm.
I think they'll be a surprise team.
Do
what
you
other
think
teams we got?
Orlando is going to be any more better than they were last year?
Who did they? They didn't.
They didn't sign anyone, I don't think. They
I think
re-signed
the-
Terrence Ross and Vucevic, so.
Yeah, and I think the whole Vucevic Mo Bamba thing's weird.
Yeah.
They're never going to be able to play together.
So
So-
I for sure thought Vucevic was not gonna stay.
I thought they were gonna trade him last year,
Yeah.
and they kept him because he was doing so good. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you think the Pistons will be any better with Derrick Rose?
I mean, they might be a little bit better, but how many more wins can he really
Yeah.
do?
Hmm.
I think the Nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Nuggets. They're young.
They just picked up someone else too from the Thunder.
Did they?
The younger guy, Grant.
Oh, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I mean, I still feel like he's a 3. I think he played the 4, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he's good, but I think they're going to be a team. Watch out for. Did we say the Pacers?
Yeah.
Pacers. Oladipo's going to be coming back. I think that kind of touches on at least the teams. I think.
Okay. So who do you think is gonna win next year?
Like the whole finals.
Yep.
It's so hard to tell injuries and stuff. But
if everyone stays healthy, well, not everyone can stay healthy, but you know what I mean. If the team stays healthy, they're winning the championship. What do you think it is?
That's hard. I'll go Eastern Conference. Well, not Eastern Conference, but the conference finals.
Okay.
So I really want to see Clippers Lakers conference final. I feel like that would be dope. And then I feel like it's going to be like Bucks Sixers. So out of those 4, don't really want to see the Lakers win.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, don't like Laker fan base. They're just so annoying. 76ers, they have a good team, but Joel
I don't
Embiid,
see him beating the Bucks.
yeah. I want to see the Clippers win just because, but I think right now I would have to go Clippers, to be honest. Their team's just so deep. They have 2 stars, good coach, play in LA, but I don't know. It's tough because it's not the Warriors, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like the first time in a while we don't know who's gonna win. If I had to put my money on who's in the finals, I would say the Bucks make it. I don't think they have a challenger in the East unless the Pacers are really, really good, which I don't think they'll be that good enough to beat the Bucks. The West, I definitely think it's going to be a Clippers-Lakers Western Conference Finals.
I hope they don't get like the 1 and 3 seed.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're going to meet like the round before.
God, the second. That would.
Just because I don't think the Lakers are going to gel well, like in the first couple of games, like the first part of the season. I think if the Lakers can stay healthy, and I know I'm a Laker fan, but like unbiased opinion, I think if the Lakers stay healthy, there's too many people on that roster that elevate their playoff game.
On the Lakers?
Yeah, you have LeBron James.
Yeah.
I can't count LeBron James out in the playoffs. You have playoff Rondo, which he may come back because playoff Rondo was with Cousins and Davis.
Yeah. AD and Cousins played really well together.
I think Davis is going to have a really nice year. Cousins, if he's good, there's a lot of what ifs in this situation. But if the Lakers can get it together, I think they can win.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate it because I actually like the Lakers roster. It's just, I feel like all LA teams, their fan bases are just so loud. It's like, we know you guys have a good team. I'm telling you have a good team, but you still want to argue.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think if the Clippers were in the finals, they would have an easier time with the Bucks than
like
the
just
Lakers would.
experience
Just because I think Kawhi would shut Giannis down.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Giannis.
How do you say his last name?
Antetokounmpo.
There you go. But it's Giannis.
Giannis.
Do you see the Bucks actually signed his older brother?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Thias or something? So all 3 brothers are in the league now.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think the Clippers would have an easier time taking the Bucks down. The Lakers and Bucks, I think, would be a 7-game series.
You think so?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
But if it's the Clippers and Bucks, I can't see it going past 6.
Like, I know this year's final went 6 games, but I feel like it was not close.
Yeah.
I feel like the Raptors kind of had it the whole time.
Yeah. But that's just who I... So I mean, we've been going for 57 minutes.
So we got to start wrapping it up. Okay, so real quick, we kind of already...
We're going to skip the next segment for now.
Okay, so I know we kind of already talked about it. What do you think the top 5 teams are then?
So record-wise, I think the best record in the NBA next year will be the Nuggets.
Really?
Yeah. They had the best home record last year.
Wow. Well, it
They
is
had the third best record overall, right? Behind the Bucks and Warriors.
So you think they're gonna get the 1 seed in the West
I think they
over
are.
the Clippers,
Yeah.
the Lakers,
I
Jazz?
think they are.
Wow.
Because that team is deep. Mike MPJ's coming back. They just got Grant. That team is loaded.
Jeez.
And their young players are only going to get better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're not going to be bad, but I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to be the best team in the league.
I can see it. Record.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to do much noise in the playoffs, but they'll have the best record on.
All right, bold prediction. Bold prediction.
Number 2, the Bucks. I mean, best record last year.
Yep.
I think their team's pretty much the same.
Same.
They lost Brogdon, but they got good pieces in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be the best team in the East. So, number 3, Clippers.
Yep.
I think they're going to mesh well just because most of the team is still the same team as last year. They won 48 games. You add 2 superstars to that, they're going to have a good season. My number 4, the Lakers.
Lakers.
I think they'd be higher on this list if I think they're going to have issues at the start of the season just because it's a completely new roster.
Like last year, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're going to have issues, but I think they're going to be really, really good by the end of the season. And my 5 is another shocker. I'm going to put the 5 as the Nets without KD.
I was gonna say, he's not playing.
Yeah, because they made the playoffs last year. What, 7th, 6th seed, right?
Something like that. I think
Yeah. They replaced D'Angelo with Kyrie.
Okay.
That's an upgrade, possibly, if he's not a locker room issue. The team's young. They're going to get better.
I mean, yeah, they have a good team, but kind of with the Nuggets, I don't think they're going to be that high. I mean, Nets have,
Kyrie,
Karis LeVert, what's his other name? Spencer Dinwiddie.
They have
Joe Harris,
Allen.
shooter, Jared Allen. I mean, they have a good team, but same with the Nuggets. They're kind of young.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't see them taking a step back.
And all those young kids are going to be like, okay, Kyrie, this is your team. What do you want? Type thing.
That's
so they
true.
might just be.
I just think that they might be shocking us.
So I kind of just threw my 5 teams in there. I didn't really organize it. But I would say, number 1, the Bucks will probably have the best record. Just they're in the East. They're going to play more East teams. East is still not as good. Number 2, I'd probably go Clippers.
Okay.
I just, like we said, no injury-wise, nothing. I feel like that they're just too deep. They got Lou Will off the bench.
Yeah.
They got maybe Montrezl's off the bench. Maybe
I think
Zubac.
he'll start.
So, okay, then Zubac off the bench. Either
Yeah.
way, still a great backup. So, I feel like they got a good team. Just be able to lock down anybody with that starting 5. Like,
Yeah, that the
Pat
starting.
Bev.
The thing with the Clippers is I think their starting 5 is the best in the NBA.
But
their
their bench.
I'm
It's
kind
their
of
top 2, and then it's like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got Bucks, Clippers. The hell was that?
I don't know.
So like a goddamn fly. So yeah, Bucks, Clippers. I don't know after that. I don't like record wise, but in no order these last 3 then. I'm gonna have Lakers, obviously. Their team's just too nice. And then the Sixers.
Okay.
I feel like the Al Horford thing's kinda weird.
Yeah.
But everyone on that starting 5 can shoot, minus Ben Simmons.
Mhm.
But you got Josh Richardson's going to be at the 2. Got Tobias at the 3.
Yeah.
Al Horford, Joel Embiid. It's a nice starting 5. And then finally, it's going to be kind of one that's out there, but the Jazz.
I forgot about the
I
Jazz.
like the Jazz with Mike Conley. I think,
Conley, Mitchell.
yeah, they got a
shooters
squad.
now.
They got a squad. So I feel like that would be kind of my 5th one that would not necessarily surprise teams, but would surprise teams.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget, guys. Before we end this podcast, after our next segment, the YETI giveaway. We're giving away a USB mic. 2 weeks from now, so it'll be our 3rd episode. To enter, if you're watching the live stream right now, it's !giveaway. It'll give you the link. If you're watching on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify,
Listening on SoundCloud.
yeah, or on YouTube, there will be links in bio's description. It's a Gleam link, so you go on the site, you enter it, and then you get so many points for how many things you do. Follow us on Twitter, retweet tweets, stuff like that.
Just to mention, it's going to be US only,
Yes,
by the way.
I forgot to mention that because a lot of people entered last night, which I don't know how they found the giveaway. There are people entering from Spain,
Yeah.
Croatia. I'm not shipping up Mike to Croatia. That's too much money.
Cost $200 to send a $200 mic. Sorry, guys, but this is our first episode. We're still balling on a budget here.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're in the U.S. eligibility, multiple ways to enter. Sorry about that. Song of the week. What's your pick?
Hold on. I think there's like 6 different ways to enter, right?
I think so. You can follow the Twitch, retweet a tweet, follow us on Twitter, go to our YouTube page, go to our Facebook, and I think that's it.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of ways to get entries. And like we said, we had a lot of international people enter last night. So, I mean, if they end up winning, they're not really going to win type thing. So, yeah, just make sure you guys enter. But my song of the week, which we're doing off those 6, correct?
Yes. Or if you had, there's no really other song.
Well, we kind of had the Jaden album last minute.
You could have Post Malone if you need, but.
So, it was kind of a last minute thing. We added Jaden's album to our the segment, and I had my top song of the week for that. It's got to be Noise with Tyler the Creator. I really enjoy that song. It's a little different. Not a big Tyler the Creator fan, to be honest, but I feel like in that song he just kills it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Jaden sweeps this week. I'm gonna put Again.
Again, it's a good song.
Yeah. Again, my favorite song of the week. But
wow, and we give it a 7.
Yeah. We rated it lower than J. Cole's album, but I think
bangers on
it was Quantity. There was Quantity on J. Cole's album, and there was quality songs on.
Don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
J.
Cole's quality also, but there was like better songs on Jaden's records.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in to our first ever podcast, Apartment 3.
We didn't give them. We plan on streaming and uploading everything Wednesdays, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard.
So we'll be streaming live every Wednesday, 10:30, maybe 11 if we get a late start.
Give or take. Be here at 10:30.
Yeah. But if you want to watch on YouTube or any other streaming platform, it'll probably be on Friday. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, so bear with me this first week.
We're still trying to learn. If you guys could see the behind the scenes, that's a little rough.
Yeah. But we'll keep you updated via Twitter, or if you follow us on either of our Instagrams, we'll probably post some updates there too.
I would probably say Twitter's probably going to be the best
Twitter
spot.
will be the best spot. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I know this was... we didn't get to all of our segments because we kind of dragged on the basketball.
Yeah, we did. We really did.
Yeah, but that's our bad. More topics next week. We're going to review Futuristic's album. Also,
Ed
Sheeran's. So watch out for that next week. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Nick.
I'm Brian.
And we'll see you next week.